I wish you had a pocket knife to cut this tag.
Oh, I have one in my pocket.
No way!
I have everything in my pockets. I'm always prepared.
I wish you had some food. I could really go for a steak right now.
Oh, I have a steak in my pocket.
What?
Yeah, I have everything in my pockets. I'm always prepared.
Why do you have a steak in your pocket?
Would you like a side of mac and cheese?
Oh, now we have a side dish too.
I have everything in my pockets. I'm always prepared.
I wish you brought my dog in your pocket. He would have loved this part.
Oh, I have your dog in my pocket.
What do you mean you have my dog in your pocket?
I have everything in my pockets. I'm always prepared.
Is that my dog?
Ah, come on, Sprinkles, come on.
Oh my God! How do you have my dog in your pocket?
I have everything in my pockets. I'm always prepared.
Well, if you have everything in your pocket, why don't you pull out my dad who left me as a kid?
Oh, I have your dad in my pocket. Let me get him.
Wait, what?
Ah, come on, John, you can do it.
Is that my dad?
I can see the light.
Oh my God, it's my dad! Oh my God!
Hey, sweetheart, long time no see.
Dad, why did you abandon us?
I didn't leave, I was in your boyfriend's pocket.
I have everything in my pockets. I'm always prepared.
Well, can I have some gum? Because my breath kind of stinks.
Oh, I don't have gum.
What?
Turn back now. The layers of this palace are not for your kind. Turn back, or you will cross the will of God.
Divinity, the red version of Blessing. But obviously, color doesn't mean anything. Unless we're talking about how infected players are, then yes, please judge them by how grey their skin is. But, of course, for Divinity, we need to take a look under the hood of this book, or teaching, as the game says. And as is tradition, of course, we shall hear what Mr. Bubbles has to say about it. Take it away, sir.
This one I found in an abandoned church. It's used for protecting the spirit, from what I've read. Although I'm not sure, my Latin's a bit rusty.
Thank you, Mr. Bubbles. Such a charming gentleman. Now onto the stats of Divinity.
Come get some blood! Fight me like an animal!
So it costs 900 francs in the store. It has 3 charges with a duration of 12 seconds and a cooldown of about 20 seconds. It can recharge 30% of the Exorcism Crucifix's meter, however that does not apply to the regular crucifix. It also applies an effect to the player receiving Divinity, obviously. This is applied Divinity. The player has their infection level reduced by 35% and receives protection from all infections for around 20 seconds. It also halves the duration of any current infection effects.
I will cut you down, rake you apart, splay the gore of your profane form across the stars. I will grind you down until the very sparks cry for mercy. My hands shall relish, ending you here and now!
So, how does Divinity work? Think of Divinity like a preventative version of the Blessing. You give Divinity to players as a preventative, something to stop something happening in the future, right? To help stop them from getting more infected. Either that or to stop the infection from worsening, right? Like you give someone Divinity in hopes that it will actually work and they won't get infected for the next 20 seconds. And unlike the Blessing, which has a passive recharge, you have to actively fight to get your Divinity meter back up to full. If you help take down any zombie, it adds 1 point towards the meter being refilled. This more or less means you have to be an active participant. Now, depending on how good you are with combat, how good you are with the stake, you can actually be faster to use the Divinity, like it's faster to rebuild those recharges than waiting the full 40 seconds. But of course, that is all up to the skill of the chaplain. Also, a little extra fact for you guys, the Divinity book is used with the crucifix. I thought that was a great detail. The devs actually really smart, they actually did that, very proud of them. But the Mercy still uses the Blessing book, unplayable, honestly, unplayable. So you'd think, it's a decent idea to bring Divinity to the most important players on your team. Think the surgeons or sappers. It can also be good to help protect newer players on your team. Say you notice someone who is obviously new to the game, right? Like everyone knows, you can just see him, or more or less everyone in mobile servers, because apparently it's their first time playing the game all the time. Well, it would be worth it to give them Divinity as to protect them a bit more. The problem is, as much as it is a preventative measure, it sucks as one.
Through the ministry of the Church, may God give you pardon and peace. Amen.
My day be so fine, then boom! Cringe!
Predicting how your team will react and what the threat might be doesn't help the divinity much, and moreover, most players just wouldn't want to accept a random divinity when they're trying to do something, which is always, especially considering if you're trying to protect your high priority teammates because they are always busy helping your team. That's why they're high priority. Like, I'd say 75% of the time people didn't accept that divinity request, even when literally nothing was going on, they just didn't want one. I felt pretty useless, to be honest. Like, maybe there's something I'm missing, because either it's meant to be a preventative measure, but it sucks as one, or it's meant to just do the same thing as the blessing, but worse. And to be honest, both ways suck, so unless I'm completely wrong and it's some other third way that I for some reason haven't been able to find, honestly, the divinity kind of stinks. Like, it sucks in especially the preventative department. Like, yes, it can help protect a player after you've blessed them as well, but that also kind of sucks, considering it only cures 35% of the infection. It doesn't even do a good job at helping your teammates out. So what they get, a preventative measure? The infection level will continue to degrade until they finally succumb to the infection. And so if you actually want to cure a teammate who's a little further than 35%, you have to watch them and consistently divinity them until they're okay. But of course, that isn't it. How on earth are you meant to keep a close eye on your team when you yourself have to maintain a more aggressive, offensive playstyle to keep the divinity meter filled? It's like a double negative. It's like, okay, I have to keep a closer eye on my team, but at the same time, I also have to fight more to get more points for my divinity meter. Like, it's like, surely you guys understand where I'm coming from. It seems a bit clunky. Like, no wonder Bubbles found it abandoned in some random church written in Latin. This thing sucks. And when I was capturing the footage for this video, I was getting annoyed because I felt like I was a waste of space, to be honest. All I was doing is trying to prevent and help my team, but I couldn't really do that. And it's not like, you know, what players on your team are actually infected, because since it's a preventative measure, you're able to just bless anyone and everyone on your team. It's not like with the blessing you can spam click all your teammates just to find out who is actually infected. So, like, it just sucks, honestly. That's why this video is really short, because of how much it stinks. Like, in every aspect, what the divinity offers are just variations that the blessing book can do. If you want to know more on the blessing, I'll link that video in the top right. Thank God you get to keep the mercy ability though, because with the way divinity works, you'll probably be using mercy a lot more. Like, if it's meant to be a preventative measure, it only lasts 20 seconds, it kinda stinks, and if it's meant to be something that you can use instead of the blessing, like you're meant to bless players, well, I just don't really see how it functions well in the current gameplay arc, like in the current gameplay style. I just don't understand it. In essence, it is just the blessing but with extra steps. Even when I'm not playing as a chaplain, I get annoyed knowing one of my teammates is using divinity, right? In theory, it's a good idea, but in the field, to be honest, in my opinion, it just doesn't live up to the expectations that I had for it. Please correct me in the comments, like this video could be completely wrong. I have a hint that it might be wrong because of how much it sucked to me. Like, maybe I'm using it wrong. So please correct me in the comments if I am wrong. But otherwise, honestly, this is nowhere near worth 900 francs. Thank you for watching as always, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you when I see you.